Do not list a single item on your Amazon account to dropship till you watch this video in full. And the reason is Amazon is suspending dropshippers left and right permanently. They started doing this about 6-9 months ago-ish, and it's consistently been getting worse. And if you don't know what you're doing and you don't understand what I'm going to teach you in this video and how to avoid it, there's a very good chance you will start your Amazon store, you will get suspended, and you will not be able to get it back. So what I want to do in this video is go over why this is, what's happening, and then I'm going to share with you 4 different ways to get around this. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So if we go back in the day, 2015, 2016, 2017, you could open up a brand new Amazon store. You could start drop shipping on it right away from retailers. You could list a gazillion items from Walmart. It didn't matter. You could list it. It didn't really matter. You could start selling items. There were certain things you kind of had to be cautious of, but in the big scheme of things, you could start selling items. It wasn't that big of an issue. And around the middle of 2020, so last year, Amazon started saying to new sellers that were drop shipping, hey, we see that you're listing these. They usually pick 3 items. We see that you're selling these 3 items. We want a letter of authorization stating that you have a right to sell these items essentially from the manufacturer. So what they want is let's say that you're drop shipping a couch, and the couch is made by Woo Woo Company LLC. Amazon wants a letter from Woo Woo Company LLC that says they are giving you express permission to sell their couch on Amazon. And a lot of times what Amazon will do is they will get on the phone with Woo Woo LLC and verify you. If Amazon account is under your personal name or your business name, let's say it's under your business name, whatever your name is LLC, they'll say, hey, let's say your name is Joe Johnson. They want to get on the phone, talk to Woo Woo LLC, and make sure that, James Johnson has express permission to sell their products. Of course, when we're drop shipping, we don't get letters of authorization typically from retailers. So Amazon sellers were getting their accounts suspended left and right. They weren't able to produce these documents, and because of that, they were getting permanently banned. To spend another 30 seconds to touch on a letter of authorization, it either needed to come directly from the company that was making the couches, or a wholesaler, basically a middle company, that had express permission from the manufacturer to sell their products, and then also had the ability to basically pass that on to you. So either the letter had to come from a middle person that was authorized to sell to people like you, and the authorization kind of flowed through, or directly from the manufacturer. So this was the big problem people were running into. Now, what are the ways to get around it? There's 4 ways to get around it. The first way to get around it is to buy an aged account. To buy an account that has some activity. So let's say that you've sold on Amazon. I talked to a guy earlier. He was interested in my done-for-you automation service. And he said that he had an account that he had for 3 years. He had his Amazon seller account for 3 years, and he sold some books. He sold 50 or 100 books. An aged account is good because in the beginning, Amazon does not trust new accounts. After some time, they start trusting accounts more, and they stop kind of looking at them under a microscope. So an aged account is good. If you can buy an aged account safely and effectively, that's a good thing to do. Ideally, an aged account with lots of activity is good, right? If you could find a seller account that's 1 or 2 years old that sold $100,000 of products, that's best. An aged account, even if it's a year or 2 old, with no activity on it, is still better than a brand new account, but it is not as good as an account that's aged plus a lot of activity. The next thing to do is to start a brand new Amazon store Usually aged accounts, by the way, you buy them for $3,000 to $5,000. You got to be careful though when you buy them. You can kind of get screwed when you buy them. The second thing to do is to drop ship from suppliers that have letters of authorizations. There are companies out there that will provide you letters of authorizations you can use to drop ship from. Now you might say, Aaron, why don't we just drop ship from these guys regularly? Well, the reason is the big money's made drop shipping from the retailers, right? Usually the big money's made drop shipping from retailers. You drop ship from Walmart, you're going to make a lot more money generally than drop shipping from these companies you can drop ship from. But there are companies out there that you can drop ship from. Some people's strategy is, okay, I'm going to drop ship from these suppliers that will provide the letter of authorization if and when Amazon asks for it. Amazon doesn't ask for it all the time, but generally they do, and you don't want to take a risk on this, right? So you start drop shipping from one of these suppliers, and maybe you say, you know what? I'm just going to try to break even on all the products. Or maybe I'm even going to lose one or two products, right? In theory, if I got to go in the hole, $500 to $1,000 over a few months, but then my account is seasoned, my account's warmed up, Amazon trusts my account more, and now I can transition to drop shipping. I can make all that money back plus some. So the second thing is to drop ship from suppliers that will provide you a letter of authorization. Usually you're not going to make a lot of money, but the goal might be to try to break even or lose $1 or $2 on all the items you sell just to warm up your account. The third thing to do is to do FBA. To do FBA, that's where basically you send items into Amazon's warehouse, which Amazon very much likes. And then when customers buy the item from you, Amazon will package the item, and they will ship the item right to the customer, and they'll handle all the returns and all that. This is what a lot of people are doing now. This is fairly popular. I got two clients of mine that I'm warming up their stores doing this method. I'm warming up their stores doing FBA. And actually, in about 3 weeks now, we plan to transition and actually start drop shipping. The fourth thing to do is to start off really slow. So like the first month, list one item. After the whole month has gone by, list another item. Wait 2 weeks, list another item. Wait 2 more weeks, list another item. Do that real slow for a handful of months, and that is the fourth method people are using to basically warm up the account. The whole goal with all this is to spend a few months building trust in Amazon, showing Amazon that we're selling products, that we kind of know what we're doing, that we know how to work through their platform, and we know all the rules. And over time, Amazon they'll stop being so suspicious of us. They'll kind of step back, and then we can transition to drop shipping from retailers, and it's a lot more safe, and the chance of your account getting suspended is a lot lower. It's not impossible. I hear stories every now and then, or every now and then, even a warmed up account they'll ask for a letter of authorization, but it's significantly less once you do one of these things to warm it up. That's what I got for you guys. My name is Aaron Goldsten. Bye for now.